All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe in the sincere hopes of being delivered in these last days. All right, now this is going to be a brief video, and I want to speak upon some of the wicked and abominable acts that are being performed and conducted in Esau Edom's kingdom. Okay, and as we know, we're living in a very wicked and satanic kingdom, all right, that's ruled by the wicked. Job 9 and verse 24 tells us that the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, and he covereth the faces thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right, so we understand and we know that this kingdom, this world that we're living in right now, is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, so we're living under a unrighteous and wicked vibration, all right, being in this man's kingdom. Okay, but us having this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, all right, this separates us from the folly, from the wickedness, and Lord willing, from the condemnation that this world is going to receive. Okay, now one of the Archeum had posted an article that was basically going into a resurfaced clip of Lady Gaga, all right, and I believe they said it was from back in 2014, and she was performing on stage with another woman, and this woman was sticking her fingers down her throat and vomiting on the chest of Lady Gaga, all right. So live, before the world, before the crowd, they were performing a satanic ritual. And again, this is of no surprise, especially concerning Lady Gaga. We know her history in, spirit cooking, soaking in semen, soaking in blood, so on and so forth. She gets, up to all kinds of, demonic and satanic rituals. Okay, that's what she's all about. And, it's coming to the point where, this stuff is becoming more and more mainstream, all right? And this is indeed gradualism, to be able to expose the people to the most, wicked and abominable acts, so it becomes normal to them, all right? And that just shows you, Esau's, intent, in these latter days is to totally, if you will, expose and make public and commercial the wicked things that once upon a time he used to do behind closed doors, all right? But now we're seeing that he's bringing those things from behind closed doors and, secret, ritual events and groups, so on and so forth, and bringing it to the mainstream, bringing it to your TV series, okay? Bringing it to, your films, bringing it to your concerts, bringing it to the music, okay? So it's no longer a thing that is conducted behind closed doors. It's a thing that's conducted behind closed doors and also before the eyes of the public, all right? So he's normalizing and exposing, the wicked things that he used to do, in the dark, all right? And that's part also of the New World Order system, is to normalize all of the wicked works that he does, and to also have you people, all right, or you sheeple, conduct and take part in these wicked ceremonies and practices, that he likes to take part in, okay? And you got that movie Eyes Wide Shut, and they show you, they go into the events and the meetings and the satanic rituals, so on and so forth, and they show you how it really is. They show you the kind of things that they get up to. They show you the orgies that they be doing. That's what these celebrities be getting up to. They be conducting in orgies, with men and women, sometimes with just only men. They be doing these things, behind closed doors. Okay? So there's all kind of, manner of filth and, sadistic shit that be going on in Esau's kingdom. All right? And it's been spoken upon, more and more, all right? Because Esau is getting exposed, but also, it's come to the point where he just wants to truly be who he wants to be before, the eyes of the public, so he doesn't have to hide no more. And what better way to do that than to use celebrities and normalize his filth, all right? They also had the situation at the Grammys, all right? You had that situation at the Grammys where you had that demonic performance from, what's the guy's name? I think his name is Sam Smith, if I'm not mistaken. That demon, he was dressed in all red. He had so-called, devil horns on his head and shit, and was, doing all manners of abominable filth on stage. Okay, and he also has a video, a music video to accompany that song, which is also, a demonic and satanic video. Okay, so they're using, these celebrities in order to bring these things to the mainstream, to bring them to the forefront. And they're also using a lot of you Jakes too, you Jake celebrities, and some of you, are even worse than, the Edomites, man. Okay, and then the scriptures tell you how, Jake has, surpassed the deeds of the wicked, all right? Because when Jake get into something demonic, Jake will put, all kinds of effort and innovation, into that wickedness, man. Okay? Now, I saw a clip, I think it was of this rapper called Lil Durk, and I think he was at a basketball game, and you should have saw, the clothing that this demon was wearing. They had him wearing, it looked like some Batman boots, some boots, some boots with some weird jumper where he actually had a skateboard broken in half and it was attached to the jumper that he was wearing. He literally had a skateboard that was broken in half and it was attached to the jumper that he was wearing. And I was thinking, hold on, like this is some crazy stuff, man. They got Jake doing some crazy stuff out here just to be a part, of their elite demonic, circle, And that's why the scriptures say, the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him, man. Our people have been seduced by the ways of the wicked, all right, by the ways of Esau, Edom, all right, because this is not naturally how an Israelite man is supposed to conduct himself, all right? Our people have somewhat, of a conscience. They know, inherently they know for the most part right and wrong. So when they're doing something wrong, they really know they're doing it. They know they're conducting themselves in wickedness, man. But it's in Esau, Edom's nature to take part and innovate in wickedness, all right? That's in his characteristics. That's in his spirit, And that's the crazy thing about it, because the scripture says that, what if the Most High willing, to show his wrath, that he should create, the vessels of wrath that were fitted to destruction. Okay, roughly paraphrasing in the book of Romans. All right, so the Lord created, this man, this devil, Esau, Edom, actually to wreak havoc, throughout the four corners of the globe and to install wickedness upon the earth. All right, that was actually, his purpose. That's why Esau, Edom was designed. That's why the wicked were designed and established, is so they can show us what true wickedness actually is. So they're operating in the bounds of what Yahweh Shem Yahushai have programmed them to do. Okay? And we understand that we know that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. all right? But you Israelites, all right, you weren't designed, all right, to be eternally wicked, all right? We were designed to represent the right-hand side of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai and to be the righteous, okay? But of course, you know, as it's written, you know, all the wicked of our people shall fall by the sword, all right? So you're going to have members of our nation, of you Israelites out there, that simply was not designed for salvation on this side, okay? But eventually, you know, through the Spirit, you know, you will indeed, you know, be reborn again into the kingdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's how you're going to have to, you know, be changed, you know? But on this side, you know, you got to die first, man. And it's as simple as that. You got to die first before you can receive that salvation that's really going to be, you know, when we're in the kingdom of heaven, all right? Now, you also had the Church of England come out and say that they're basically going to allow, you know, satanic unions, you know, men on men, you know, women on women, so on and so forth. Okay? So that's come out as well. So they're going to start allowing that, you know, to be, you know, a common thing, you know, over here in the UK, and allow these, you know, satanic unions to take place. But it tells us clearly in the Holy Scriptures that such unions are an abomination. All right? What's that? Leviticus 20 and 13. You know, if I can remember accordingly, I believe it's Leviticus 20 and 13. Okay? So that, you know, straight away goes against the Holy Scriptures, man. Okay? So this man has no regard for the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? And Esau, you know, his whole intent and his whole existence is always set against going against the vibration and the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? And that's why it says in, what's that, Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. You know what, let me see if I can just put it up. I'm in traffic anyway. So I don't want to butcher it, you know. Right, it's Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. And it says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Okay, and the scriptures also talk about, you know, the turning of things upside down, all right, which is also something that Esau Edom is heavily into, man. Wherever Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is blessed and sanctified and, you know, showing us the way for a thing to be, Esau likes to come along and flip that upside down, all right? And that's part of his nature, all right? It's to do whatever, you know, to do opposite of whatever Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai has, you know, set up and established, all right? And that's why, you know, this wicked kingdom, you know, has got to be destroyed, man, all right? Because this devil has to be put out of power, okay? He has to be put out of power, man, okay? Because, you know, what's gonna happen next year if we were here next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, okay? That's why, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, the Lord said, you know, for the elect's sake, that he was going to shorten the days, all right? And that's why, you know, Lord willing, you know, we hope that, you know, this kingdom gets thrown down, you know, this year. Like Elder Apostle Zahar said, you know, the hopeful year that all prophecies come to pass, man, all right? So we can get the hell out of this wicked kingdom, okay? Lord willing, it happens this year, man, all right? Because what more wickedness is this man going to think of if there was going to be a next year and a 5 years and a 10 years from now? If it's already this wicked now, then how, you know, how wicked can wickedness really get? You know what I'm trying to say. It's like this place is ridiculous, man, you know? And that's why it says, I think it's in Revelations regarding, you know, her sins, you know, have mounted up to the heavens, man, okay? That, you know, that Babylon vibration, you know, that wickedness has gone throughout the four corners of the globe, man, and it's turned whole societies and kingdoms on their heads, you know? So this place has got to go, and it's got to go as soon as possible, man, you know? So with that, you know, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, and until the next time, I'll say shalom.